Hello everyone. Hello, welcome, welcome to my second Title Tuesday stream. 2 minutes remaining, and I do hope you can hear me clearly. All good, chat. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Uh,
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time. Buying things online, and it's not like we need them.
Thank you, Wax Worker. Good to have you here as well.
So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we slow
I'm playing Pratik. I hope not. I hope not. I get someone. I hope I get someone easier.
for you.
Yeah, it is copyright free, and we have the first game. Let's go. Let's go, people. Who is my opponent? Felix. Fide Master Felix from Germany.
Rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us.
E4 square. I should have played. Yeah, okay. I would do E4 square. Now he comes E5. No? It seems a bit dubious how he's playing. So E5 I have knight D5. And if he doesn't play E5, I threaten E5 myself at some point. If I do it directly, then he takes and plays knight G4. Maybe I start with H3. Okay. I can play E5 now, right? Let's go for it. How is he playing so confidently, so quickly? Oh yeah, I forgot to fix the board. I'm sorry. So sorry. Okay. It's a bit better now. I'll completely fix it after this. This is such a nice position to have. Domination. Okay. This is such a nice position to have, but how do I exploit this? How do I continue? Take some simple moves here. After a5, this is weak. I like this position so much. Oh, I actually just blended. You know, here this was winning a piece. Lucky. But he's playing so fast. I'm not sure if I have made the best use of my earlier fantastic position. But as long as this d6 pawn is alive, I think I'm doing good. So now he's going to play queen f5. I cover all these entry points to my king. Just repeating it once. Okay, it's a good exchange anyway. Repeating it again. He didn't fall for it. So one of the annoying things about having a very nice position, the final punch, how to do it is not always clear. I think this wins. Takes, queen c6. Now if queen c1, I always have rook f2. If rook d8, then I have queen c7. And queen c1, I have always rook f2, which is important. And if I had made a mistake in calculation here, then probably it could turn out to be expensive, because here there is no coming back. It's the end stages of the game. So I think I should go queen c7, queen e4 check, king h2. He has queen d4, so it's actually not that simple. And he is defending quite decently. Important thing is he's playing fast. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to win this game. But okay, I think I just have to accept that I'm going to lose this pawn, take this pawn, and still I'll be a pawn up at the end. Now I need to get the queens off the board, try and get the queens off the board.
Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know.
And
Turning off my mind so I get
I need to play fast, I need to accelerate.
I just wanna be happy, happy tonight.
Keep this safe. Let him take this, it's okay. Then I'll run with this pawn. Yeah.
Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say
Oh, I think I'm going to be a bit slower. I'm going to be a bit slower. Yeah, this one was well played by him. He was just a bit faster and he played well in the. He played better in some of the more critical moments. Yeah, this is going to be a check.
Let's take it slow.
Okay.
Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. You ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know.
Where did I go wrong? Why is this ridiculously slow?
Yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown.
Thank you, people. Thank you.
Gotta swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go.
Yeah, not definitely not my best game.
I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow.
Why are you guys so mean to Ryzen? What's the
You'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it.
So the next time I'm playing Title Tuesday, I should probably do a warm up before I
I know I'm not easy. I drag you out your mind.
start. And we have the second game already, even before my analysis of the first game was over. There also used to be a 10-second time before each game. I don't know why that has disappeared. But it seems my opponent is also not present. Alexander Reprinsev. Yeah, idea. I think good reasons to be optimistic for that. Losing first game is a kind of strategy that way. But they are also determined not to let me win the second round, and not a single move so far.
Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Okay, I am guessing my opponent is not going to turn up for this game. So, cool. I see Arjun playing, Abdus Saturu playing, Hikaru won his first round. Big Fish is also won. AD, why do you hate Among Us? Yeah, it's not really a win, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, finally we have a move. Okay. Where is he coming? Wants to meet me here. But I haven't pre-moved h5, h4, h3, a5, 4, e3, so that shouldn't work. This is lost. This is attacked. Pretty strange game by him so far. Very strange. For those who are watching, it's not a good idea to ignore development and play like this. Do not try it at home, school, or tournaments. And he has just lost a pawn due to this ill-advised approach. He's probably hoping for some initiative with the king's opposite castle on the opposite sides, but it's not going to flow for him. Okay, opening up all the lines. I am playing a bit risky. Perhaps it's probably a bit unnecessary however approach this so far. So I'll try to be a bit more careful. Yeah. It was kind of useful exchanging that light square bishop because he doesn't have anything here, and now I think I have some knight f3 at the least, winning an exchange. And I could also torture him with some knight b4, you know, attacking this. Yeah, he was forced to take that, but now this gives me access. Okay, this is such a completely winning position. Queen e5 is a prospect, but it doesn't really threaten mate. But it's okay, he'll come here, exchange my queen. He doesn't exchange my queen. Interesting. It's okay. I'll just make some quick moves and end this. What's he trying? What's he looking to do? Who are you talking about? Nihal is in the chat. Welcome, Nihal. Welcome. AD left. Nihal came. And welcome, Ilamparati. Also, a bit of a late welcome, but I'm just getting into the groove. Here we see Hikaru with 2 out of 2, Arjun with 2, Abdu Saturo, Lee Kwang. Thank you so much for the super chat, Gokul. Thank you, the silent assassinator. Yeah, Nihal kind of prepares by watching streams. Um, Sometimes he watches streams to learn how to play, and sometimes he watches streams to learn how not to play. Now, this is one of those streams that belong to the latter category, and how many games are going on in the tournament? If I probably open one of these games, it will the screen will go a bit off, but I think we should do that and keep it prepared, because we are going to observe games in the future. So let this one game be open. Now we can adjust the board while I'm not playing. Maxim Ashelagrav is playing against FM King NB. Who is FM King NB? Nitesh Belorkar from Goa. Wow, wait, what is going on here? What? Wow, well done, Nitish. Nitish drew against Maxime Achel-Lagre, who's a very strong GM from France and is amongst the top 15 in the world, maybe even top 10. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's number 4, Maxime Achel-Lagre. Impressive. And he's also playing in the candidates, which is the other game going on. Liam Rolik is an IM from Netherlands. And Niranjan is playing. I thought Niranjan was commentating. I didn't know he was playing. He's playing Rook Bishop versus Rook against Fide Master from Russia. Thank you so much, Harsh. Ryzen, I'm very sorry. Yeah, what did Ryzen do? It's a question I also don't know the answer to. Wow, Niranjan has turned this around, yeah? He's actually winning. And he has won. So that's going to start the next game. Next game is going to start. I'll be ready. Thank you so much, Sudarshan. Thank you. Yeah, please do join my Discord. It's there in the description. Also, do like the stream. I'm playing another German guy, and this time I should be. This time I should play properly. Yeah, no excuses. It was a pretty lousy performance by me in the first game. Something I should never have lost. Okay, this pawn structure is not ideal. So what does you do? Yeah, he wants to partially try this, and of course he's also keeping an eye here. So I'm preventing all c5 based moves, and maybe I'll also do prophylaxis against this. Yeah. Now I would very much like to get e4 in next move. His move might be preventing my e4, d4, knight e4. I don't think it really. E4 he wants d4. If I play queen d4, then some bishop g3. So two options I have. Yeah, I can. It's a good boom I think. So I can play queen c2 and rook d1, which I actually like. Other option was to play rook c1, but yeah, queen c2, rook d1, and playing for e4. This is going to be the idea. To prevent d4 in case of e4. And next move e4 is on the way. Yeah, it's preventing e4 pretty actively. Now what do I do? I like this knight going to f4. So I'll abandon this plan of e4 for now. And if he exchanges this and gives me two bishops, then I don't mind. I think he's going to respond with bishop g4. But bishop g4 means I can take and play knight d5. Knight f4 he had missed actually. So what does he do now? He can't play bishop e6. e5 is hanging. So he has to play bishop b2, queen b2, bishop e6. That's an option. Not very desirable for him. Allows my queen to e5. But I think that was the best he had at his disposal. So these are all weaknesses for him here. Now again, it's a good situation for me, although ideally this actually works out well. So threat is either e5 or take this. If he takes d4, then rook d6, this is hanging. If he plays g5, then what? I can play e5, knight e6 and ef6. So I think I win at least an exchange. Of course the game still goes on. It's not he will have compensation. Like he can play g5, e5, gf4, ed6. That's one option. Advait, I lost the first round. Good. Yeah, this was kind of what I was expecting. But I missed rook e4. But I think I still have some rook b1. He also probably missed rook e4, but he's lucky that he has it anyway. Chains of Fantasia has reconnected. He's disconnected. There have been some changes on chess.com. I think he has got He got some momentum going his way when I got distracted during his disconnection. Oh, I just missed this 94 check. Okay, I need to focus on this game. Just got completely complacent, thinking his internet was out. It's totally unwarranted. Totally unwarranted to get into this situation. Still need to be careful. Okay, just takes this wins for sure, I think.
Jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got.
That was very lousy from me. Completely winning. But okay. All things that end well as well. Thank you, people. Big Fish is still playing with 2 bishops. Yeah, actually that's not a bad idea. Although it will probably take a game to update the score. The standings. The Big Fish is playing against some GM from Russia. Big Fish is Fedosi. This is Ivan Rosen. And I guess they have agreed to a draw. So 4th round coming up. Yeah. Who is my opponent? Louis 198. Some candidate master from London. The game has begun. I'm playing the Dutch defense. This is the London system. D4 and bishop f4. My opening is probably not great, but I think I can play e5 here and capture with the knight. Should be okay. This move I did not expect. and I don't think it's a great move from him. But I'm losing a pawn here, is it? There's no way to... I can save this pawn temporarily. 92, I have 94. He has to play c3, dc3, bc3, knight c3 and bishop c3. Yeah, this is how you do multiple pre-moves in a safe way. Okay, I'll also catch him. Now I can do d4 or just come back bishop f6. I'll come back bishop f6 because d4 loses control of certain squares which I don't want to lose. Oh god, it was a total mouse slip. It was a horrible mouse slip. Why did I do that? I'm just 2 pieces down now. I don't think this is going to be very difficult to come back from. Pretty tough to get back from. Now I think I just need to make moves fast and try and put pressure on him. Two bishops are very, very powerful. This pawn is also not helping. There's a bit of trick planned here, but I think he saw that. Otherwise, he would have taken it the previous move itself. And all these pawns are not really going to help against this pawn. It was what a stupid thing to do. Yeah, this is just it's too much to come back from. Okay, fine. Enough of this lousy play. There's a break after the 4th round, and we start afresh. Start like it's 0. Imagine the tournament is just beginning after the 4th round, and the first 4 rounds are like trials basically. Thank you, Girish. True, many more games to go, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 8 out of 10 would still be a pretty decent score, but we need to focus on one game at a time. Yeah, let's just take it the next round, which is going to be a long wait. That's the worst thing about losing in the fourth round, and it doesn't help that I lost so quickly. How is VD doing, by the way? I think he must be on 3 out of 3. Yeah. Yeah, he's on 3 out of 3, and he's not doing optimally here. He's an exchange down, but the position remains complex. VD is higher rated than me from this account also. I really need to get my rating a bit up. I see only 3 out of 4 bars in VD's connection. But it seems okay. He has 179 milliseconds ping. I think he had a better opportunity here, yeah? Rook a4 check, I think he should have gone after this pawn. But this is also not bad. He's creating this passer, and his opponent seems to have panicked a bit. So VD is fighting back here. But yeah, this pawn is very important. Bishop c4 check was a threat, so he moved away. And this pawn is under control for now, under lock and key. I think VD probably will turn this game around. He's definitely on his way to turning this around. This pawn is also lost, and this pawn is going to queen. So VD on 4 out of 4. Yeah, yes, Ilamparthi. Although it's not a total swindle, it's normal. Um Stronger players do this all the time. It's difficult to convert. It's difficult to convert good positions in chess. Oh wow, there's a planned 6-minute break after round 4 and round 7. I really hope round 7 is. Round 7, I don't have to wait after a depressing loss like this. I think we can pop out to chess24 and have a look. What's going on with Magnus and people in Norway chess. Yeah, I know. VD is also streaming. The standings. The standings are here. A lot of people on 4 out of 4. I think about 18 players on 4 out of 4. Among Indians, it seems like VD is the only person on 4 out of 4. And Hikaru is also on 4 with full points. Raunak is at 3.5. Swidler on 3.5. Harsha on 3.5. Karyakin on 3.5. A lot of familiar people on 3.5. Shiro's on 3. Sankalp is on 3 out of 4. Here he is. So what's going on in Norway chess? Magnus seems to be beating Aryan Tari. It's a pretty interesting game between Fabiano against Alireza, where it looks like Alireza is doing completely okay. At the opening in the beginning, Fabi was a bit better. Took this and he was having the center and he was dominating till this point. But now, concretely, Alireza seems to have defended, which is pretty impressive. It's one of the trademark things of a top player being able to resist in bad positions. Especially, I love how this bishop looks on e4. Pretty well placed. Yeah, sure, people. I will not read chats during the game. And Aronian and Duda had a relatively early draw, which means they will play Armageddon. They are playing Armageddon right now, where it looks like Duda is completely holding this, and with 1 second increment, he should probably be able to draw this, which means he will get 1.5 points, and Aronian will get only half point. Okay, no more games going on, and yeah, it's the same standings. Yeah, CSK won, yeah, finally. It was bound to happen. Sooner or later. The Norway chess still has 3 more games remaining. Yeah, score is 2 out of 4. I have not visited Delhi Akshardham, and I'm sorry, for a long time I thought you were asking it to someone called Akshardham. I just realized. I just realized. Don't worry, people. Don't. It's going to be. It's going to be wins, wins, wins after the break. Shushit, I can't mathematically get 9 out of 10. I'm on 2 out of 4. Even if I win all the games, I will get only 8 out of 10. Streaming is a lot of fun. Divya is very busy these days. She's very, very busy. I'm just waiting for the next game to start. Yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate. The games are about to resume. Bit of an unfortunate mouse slip, but these things happen by accident sometimes. And I'm sure I'll get better on further streams. In fact, I'm already going to start playing better after this break. This is the Marshall Gambit. If I play c3 d5, it's the Marshall Gambit. So I go a4 because I don't want to enter into the Marshall. My opponent seems pretty well prepared. Uh, I don't know who is some FIDE master from Ukraine. Have I disabled pre-moves or what? Okay, I didn't know that the pre-moves were disabled. It was disabled when I went on some stream, and for whatever reason, why can't I pre-move though? Okay, now I should be able to. Yeah. Took me 4 games to realize that my pre-moves were off. So far my opponent seems pretty comfortable, just following his opening plans. I think he'll take bishop a2, then I can either play b a5 or I think I'll play b a5. Yeah, knight c6 is a good move, because for rook b4 I had bishop d2. So if he plays knight b4, I can get d4 at some point. I think I'll just take this. I think he's definitely going to play c5 after moving the knight. So I think I'll play bishop d2 and b4 myself. After which I need this move I did not expect, and I think it's a pleasant move for me. Pawn is so weak. Her e5 coming up. Probably rook d5 is going to respond with. If he plays e5, I'll go queen c6 and take this. Okay, so if I go queen c6, he wants knight e5, and if I take this, he wants rook b8, but he just missed that c7 is hanging. So, thank you. Tough position for him. I think I'll collect this pawn also next. Queen c4 and queen d4. Yeah. Knight e5. Yeah, I can just take this. Next up, queen d6 if he plays queen f6. He doesn't. I think f4 and rook c6 is one simple option. f4, yeah, now rook c6. All the disbelief over the earlier two games is being vented in this game. And no particular hurry to finish this one off. c8, yeah. Then f5, queen f4. Just take this queen out of the game. So he'll play rook d8, queen f4, queen h5. Okay, he prevents this. If I take bishop h6, this is hanging. But he has no real threats on this side. He's probably going to play rook d8 next. Okay, it's my sixth pawn. And I also see a mate. Okay, one down, 5 more to go. Three out of 5. Three out of 5 is a score. How is our dear friend Vidit doing this game? He's already finished his game. He won, very good. So he's on 5 out of 5. Great going. Great going. And rest of the people. Thank you people. Thank you so much. Lot of games going on, it seems. Raunak is playing. Raunak has defeated his opponent. He's on 4 out of 5. Awesome. Who else is playing? Harsha is playing against Wonderful Time. Seems to be doing quite well. The two knights are not the best pieces when it comes to coordination between two minor pieces. So in such an endgame, the rook has an advantage against two knights. They mostly come in the way of each other rather than complementing themselves and coordinating. So this one Harsha is going to win, and he will also be on 4.5. Total there are 10 games. Thank you so much, Chirag. Yeah, Harsha Bhattakoti will win this. He has 4.5. He's a pretty talented young GM from Hyderabad. Another interesting game going on where I don't think white really has much chances to win. He has only these two knights. If you had watched this earlier video of Soumya, you will know how difficult it is to win with just two knights. Black will take this. Yeah, this is a draw. If you didn't watch that video, I don't really mistake you. Endgames with two knights aren't the most. Utkarsh, I don't think the position was ugly. I think it started out with sort of equalish position, and I started taking over gradually. Is it going to be VD versus Nakamura? How can I call VD? He's streaming on his channel. Well, Akshay, if you're going to hope, you might as well hope that all 8 slots are taken by Indians. Uh, which wouldn't be a bad thing at all. Why not keep the hopes high? Then we accept whatever happens. There's still one game going on, which they're playing with Rook against Rook. Yeah, draw. Okay, so stay tuned. Next game coming up. Playing Jackie72 from Romania. I don't know who this person is. An international master from Romania, that's all I know. Okay, let's focus on play. It's just the main line of Rogozin. Normal question. Okay, what do I play here? I don't exactly remember. It goes something like bishop f5, casual, bishop c3, bc3, c4. So now I get access to this d1 square. He takes it. He doesn't take it. Next move he wants to do some knight d2. Okay. I'm going all aggressive, all in. Yeah, I anticipated this. He wants to get some f3. So if I take knight e5, bishop e5, f6, f3. In any case, I have knight c3 against those moves. But I can also start with h4, yeah? Knight c6, bc6, bishop e5, f6, f3. Okay, let's see what happens. Probably going to take knight c6, bc6. Now he can play bishop e5 or no. Unfortunately, this HG is not such a terrible threat for him. But this was also one of the moves I was expecting. Feels a bit fishy for him. So bishop g4 tactic might be there. Yeah, so here I have pretty comfortable options. Bishop g4 also traps the queen. Maybe start with bishop g4 and then decide what to take. Oh no, if he takes bishop e4 and I had pre-moved d4, that would have that wouldn't have looked nice for me. Now his queen is certainly trapped. Knight a7, I have rook a7. Knight e7 isn't really a threat, king e7. So he doesn't really have any good moves here. That's the sad truth. Yeah, this was what I was expecting. So here I can take Hg or bc6. This pawn is a bit weak, I'm worried. But okay, this dark square bishop. I'll just defend this with rook d8 next move. I need to be a bit careful here. Time is also a bit low, a bit on the lower side. But I just need to be a little bit careful next few moves. I actually don't mind losing this exchange. I don't think he's going to take the exchange either. Okay, still I'm not completely safe. This knight is pretty tricky and annoying. Okay. Okay. 2 down, 4 more to go. I think Vidit has finished his game, yeah? Must have. How did Vidit do? Oh, he lost. Lost against Amin Taba Taba. 5 out of 6. Okay, not bad. He still has chances. He needs to score 3.5 out of the next 4, and then he'll be in the top 8. Which shouldn't be difficult for a player of VD's level. Thank you, people. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, VD lost because of internet. Yeah, I mean, that is so sad actually, seriously. If not for internet, I think he would be. I'm sure he would be in the top 8 consistently. It's difficult for anyone to do it 100% of the time, but he would be there, I think, 1 out of 3 times at least. And it's also very frustrating when you lose because of this internet and stuff, you know. It kind of puts you on a tilt. It makes you feel even worse than if you had lost in a normal way. Okay, I'm playing against Alina Kashlinskaya. Good opening. The reverse Benoni. Pretty fast paced so far, but she's thinking for the first time. A lot hinges on these squares. She's probably not going to take e4, yeah. I was sure she wouldn't. Now fe, knight e5, bishop f4, and I think this knight is solid so far. Knight g4, I have h3 at the least, but in any case, nothing is happening in e3 for now. h3, she has to go back knight f6. I can take and take on b7. If she comes knight e3, then I take, yeah. Yes, this is what she was intending. She wants long-term positional compensation. Okay, she wants bishop c5. So far she has played pretty strong. But I think at the end of the... okay. Not a bad move, but I don't know if this works. She has played very fast, by the way. And take this, yeah. she's thinking. Well, I should confess that I haven't given much thought while she was thinking. Yeah, bishop f2 is what I was expecting initially. Rook f2, she has queen g3. It's a good move, I guess. If I go king f2, then queen f5. So king f2, she doesn't have anything. Queen f5, rook f5, yeah. Bishop g2, rook g2, rook e2, rook f2 I have. What? She certainly miscalculated a bit there. Oh, wow, this is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong, yeah. King f1, she has rook f8. Very, very deep calculation. Have to sacrifice my queen. It was super deep. But okay, I'm still holding this position. Horrible blunder. Again a loss on the 7th round. But okay, that was a very strong game by her. She deserved to win that. Probably c5 was a bit too optimistic at the end. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Yeah, absolutely. She played very well. I don't know why some settings of chess.com seem to have changed. This analysis function is taking a lot longer than usual. So how did VD do? VD1. Awesome. Ronak also. Oh, Ronak lost. Yeah, it was a pretty good game, but I shouldn't have missed this queen e1 check. That was a bit lousy from me. But apart from that, she played pretty strong. Yeah, coming up. My rating is about 25-40. Last time I checked. The board is not clear. Let me just adjust it. It can be readjusted. Yeah, this is the summary of the game, and not the most ambitious opening from me, but I thought around this point I was pretty okay. This knight g4 knight e3 was pretty strong by her at the beginning, and here I thought I got some respite because of this d4 bishop d4 rook d1, but this was incredibly powerful. Bishop f2, king f2, rook e2, king e2, takes, queen c2 check, rook d2, and now rook e8 check. So here I had absolutely no option but to give up my queen. If I went king f1, queen d2, in fact black can start with queen c1 check. No, queen c1 check, queen d1 is there, yeah. So queen into d2. This was also an option I had considered going into this endgame. This might have worked if this b2 pawn was protected, but here the problem is after some move, bishop b7, rook b8, this b2 pawn is lost. So I was forced to give up my queen. Takes, queen b3 check, king f2, d6. Here I should have just here I'm still saving this position. It's close to equal, but I had to be a bit accurate. I had to start with bishop d5 check. Instead, starting with c5 was bad because of this queen f7 and queen e7. Good tactic by her. The thing I missed was this queen e1 check at the end of this variation. If not for this, then I think I could still save this push, or even hope for more than saving. Yeah, my idea was to put this king on h2 and play some rook c2, c7. So I'm on 4 out of 7 right now. FIDE rating is increased when you play in FIDE rated events. Yeah, Utkarsh, I know I have to readjust when the game starts, but okay, there is a lot of time for me now, yeah, in between the games. It's a 6-minute break after round 7. That's what I just went through, no, Utkarsh? This was the tactic. Like bishop f2, king f2, and here rook e2 check is a brilliant move. King e2, bishop into f3 check. So this queen is hanging now, and king is on check. Fortunately, I have this queen f3, and here I thought I was a piece up and I'm completely safe. But after queen c2 check, I couldn't move my king. Like I couldn't go king f1 because after rook f8, my queen is lost. So I was forced to play rook d2, and now after rook e8 check, I had no option but to interpose with my queen. And yeah, none of the online tournaments are FIDE rated, Vinit. Yeah, it was rook e2 was an amazing move. It's like but even after this I had some chances. So here it's if you see the bar, it's 0.00, and I could play some bishop d5 check, start with bishop d5 c5. If I get this pawn on c6, there is very good counterplay, but unfortunately I played c5 first and I missed this queen e1 check at the end of this variation. I thought my pawn is coming to c6, and often in these type of situations it can even turn against black. But it was yeah, it was a pretty strong game by her, and well played, Alina. Okay, let's get the board and everything back to the normal configuration and have a look at the standings. Ryzen has been placed on timeout. It could only be from two persons. Well done, Shresht. Well done. There's 2 minutes left in the break. I think my board is okay. All set to go. Hello, Shrishti. When will the Indian juniors play professionally against top GMs? I think they're already there. Okay, next game. Let's kill these last 3 games, yeah? Like, enough is enough. Wood 44. I don't think it's Elliot. Is it Elliot by any chance? Okay, whoever it is, I have to go into some sort of no mercy mode. It's a lot of time spent for so early in the game. Black is completely okay, but he's playing a bit slow. It feels like he's a bit e5. Bishop e5 means he really wants to try and exploit lead in development or whatever. But I don't feel like I'm in that much danger here from my slightly slower development being exploited. It feels like things are under control. Yeah, I'm a pawn up at the end of this forced line. He probably might play some rook d8, but he doesn't have any threats, so I can ignore it. And here I can just move my queen e4. Yeah. So far so good. So far it's all okay. Now it's the conversion phase. Knight to d4, good square. This knight is going to get trapped. Okay, knight won't get trapped, but he still has some unpleasant problems to solve. Like, I think I can pick up this pawn. Oh yeah, actually I could have played rook a4 on the previous move. Oh, but he had knight d5 anyway, so I can take bishop e6 and then take on b4, but I prefer taking the a7 pawn for now. Now I need to pay attention. This is such a big advantage, but of course I need to pay attention. Need to be careful of certain tactical possibilities for him. I'm probably going to have to give back one of my pawns. Yeah, he wants this mate. Okay, still fighting. I'm 2 pawns up, but would be a pretty stupid thing of me to not totally concentrate. Mate incoming. Okay. That was more of how it should be. Vidit beat Abdusatru. It seems like he's really in the zone this time. Seems like he really wants to finish in the top 8. He's fully motivated, and probably only BSNL can stop him, if anything. Thank you, Karthik. Yeah, he lost one game due to BSNL, but let's hope it doesn't happen again. Thank you, people. Thank you. What are the other games that are going on? What's happening in Norwich's? Yeah, Aronian lost against Duda. That was not unexpected. Magnus beat Aryan Tari. And I guess Alireza Caruana is going to another Armageddon. Okay. So it's going to be a fight between Magnus and Alireza tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow. And the fight for the first place is going to be between them. So it's kind of an important game for Fabi today. He had to beat Alireza and tried to get into the lead. Try to get into the top two at least. But I don't think he's going to beat Alireza today. And it's looking a bit bleak for Fabi to be able to catch up to number 2. So probably it's going to be Magnus number 1, Alireza number 2. Between 3 and 4 it's a bit tricky. But Alireza can still surprise. He can still beat Magnus and get to the top. And what are the games that are going on? Some end games going on. Nandita is playing. She's also playing for India in the Asian teams. Looks like it's headed towards a draw. And yeah, this should also be over soon. So next game coming up in about 20 seconds or so. Yeah, that's the end of round 8. Parham and Mamadiyaro in lead on 7.5 out of 8. I'm playing FIDE Master the Magnet from Canada, whose real name is Lefong Hoa. He's also a streamer. I've seen some of his streams. I wonder if he's streaming now. Why is he not playing? Is he figuring out his obvious settings? Okay. There we begin. Yeah, here there are two ways to play. D5 and C5. I'll go with D5. Takes, and here C6 is kind of interesting. The idea of D6 bishop E6. It was played by Magnus recently against Alireza. But now I don't know. Should I take ED or CD? I think I should take CD. C4 square control will be useful. Okay, now Queen A5 or B6. Queen A5 doesn't seem to fit here. If I play castle, he gets C4. I want to prevent this C4. But if I play B6, bishop A6, there could be some Queen A4 check tactic. So I'll just have to allow. Okay, he doesn't care about C4, which suits me. Next he wants E4. Has resemblance to... Okay, let me just try a small trick and see how it goes. Okay, I allowed C4 here. Kind of hoping he'll go E4, takes, knight C5, which is probably not going to happen considering his thinking. Yeah, he really wants this E4. So this bishop gets open. Okay, feels like things are under control. Bishop b2 move was not particularly impressive. I have knight e5, knight c4, I have knight c5. Two options. It's probably going to come knight f2, yeah? e5 is kind of controversial. Yeah, this was what I was expecting. It's certainly seen something very interesting here. Yeah, this was the plan. To try and get rook c2. That's why I interposed h3. Didn't totally come out the way I planned it. But still, I would say I have a pretty nice strategic advantage. Just need to chill and stay focused. Rook d8, there is bishop g5. Yeah, it's not over. I shouldn't be thinking this long for this position. Rook d8, bishop g5. I don't have rook e5, yeah? Yeah, if bishop g5, I just have to go back. Only good thing is when he takes knight h3, he doesn't have the g5 square open for it. This is a pretty nasty threat. Doesn't go for it. Now I'm totally out of danger. It was some pretty suboptimal play by him at one point. Continuous series of bad moves. He thought he had me there, but I was lucky. Okay, now we go to VD. VD Hikaru. Yeah, Vidit is doing not bad. Yeah, he seems to be holding this. Again, his only threat is BSNL. It's very scary to play with 3 seconds with the internet. With an internet that is not totally reliable. But from the position, I don't really think he has any danger. This is a draw. So I think Vidit is very much on his way to getting into the top 8. This is going to be that day finally. Yeah, certain draw. Oh, actually, he can win this. VD can actually win this. Oh my god. Hikaru just got a bit complacent there. But now he seems to be holding it fine. Now he has a fortress. Amazing. Amazing. Hikaru seems to be a bit frustrated. Was he better earlier? Cool. So now Vidit has to win the last game. Again, if his internet holds up, I think he will, because the way he has been playing today, he's totally in the zone. Four games going on. I don't know who is Hungry Caterpillar for. Ajay Karthikeyan. This is a draw. Kovalev Tournike is also a draw. This is winning for white. Two bishops can mate. Draw. What are the tournament standings? These are the standings. Parham on 8 out of 9. I think these guys will just make a draw in the last round and they will just fight it out in the top 8. As Parham, Mamadiyaro, Pansulaya, Kamsky, 4 of them will make a draw and they will be through. Becca 95 is Indich, I think. Okay, next game started. Sorry, Vito. But I'll keep the standings open. You know, if VD wins, it will get updated here. And yeah, VD's game is on the side. So there also we'll know if VD wins. Back to the faithful old Rogozin. Yeah, again, I don't exactly remember what happens here, but I vaguely remember there should be some rook d8 bishop d7, or is it bishop d7? Why not bishop d7 directly? I think there's some rook d8 here. Yeah, rook d8 looks fine. Can't go too wrong with this move here. Now should I take on c3 or come back? Taking looks fine to me. I can also take ed4 here. I'll take this. Knight e5, there is queen e8 check. Huh? King h7. Looks okay. Looks risky for sure. It looks risky, but he has to figure out with limited time. That does put a bit of pressure on the opponent. So he's trying to figure out. I feel pretty chill. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. And now what? Some bishop d3 check. Bishop d3 check, there's rook d3. Knight e5, I have rook e5. Knight e5, rook e5, bishop d3, then I can just play g6. So yeah, he can still play knight e5, rook e5, bishop d3, g6, bishop g6. But yeah, I didn't see. And now it's my turn. Yeah, but I don't see anything particularly great for black here. He's okay. No tactic. I do see a draw here. But yeah, it would be not a great idea to take the draw. So I think I'll just do something simple as he did. Very tempting options. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything that was working. So just settling for this. I I felt I definitely had something there, but my brain just couldn't work fast enough. Okay, this one is going to be bad for me. Yeah, I'm getting mated. The position was perfectly fine, but I just took a bit too much of time at one point. b5 was a pretty bad move. Just rook d8 here and I was clearly winning. Okay, just one of those bad days. But to be honest, I was a lot more enthusiastic about Vidit getting into the top 8, which I'm sure he will with a win here. He's definitely on his way. Beating Yuri Kuzubo from Ukraine. Yeah, he's winning. He's winning for sure. So this is the standings. And Vidit with a win, he will get to exactly number 8. He'll probably get even above 8, but he will get into the top 8. There's 8.5 points is the magic score. Yeah, so he's exactly at 8. He's playing. He'll play against Parham Maksud. So we'll see how it goes. No, Ujal, I'm not sad. Don't worry. It happens. One of those bad days, and I think I got quite distracted by a lot of things in the beginning. All those obvious settings and stuff. Next Tuesday will definitely be better. Don't worry about the rating, Amil. If I play some games in the morning tomorrow, I'll get it back within an hour or so. So, yeah, don't worry. I'm just slightly out of breath playing in the time trouble. I'll probably need a few seconds to get it back to normal. Okay, so thank you so much, people. Thank you for staying for such a long time. I would, of course, love to stay here and commentate on VD's game if that's what you guys would like. But I also, yeah, we can do that. I'll just stay here and comment on VD's games. So if you want to hear his point of view, you can watch his stream, or if you uh, if you just want my point of view, you can have this tab open. Why not rook d8 before knight f3? Utkarsh, if I had played rook d8 before knight f3, yeah, so if I had played rook d8 here, then he just takes this knight, queen into e5. So it wouldn't have worked. On the other hand, I felt quite confident that there was something here, and here computer shows bishop h3. This is exactly what I was looking for. Queen 8, knight f3 check, and king h1, bishop into g2, king g2, queen g6 check. This is winning by force, it seems. It's an insane tactic. The variation still goes on. King h1, knight h4, threatening mate here, rook g1, queen e4 check, f3, knight into f3. And here it's made by force because of bishop f3, queen f3, rook g2, then rook d1 is mate. So this was pretty strong. Knight f3, bishop f3, bishop h3. Sorry, just direct bishop h3. And here, if you remember, I burnt up almost a minute trying to find something because I felt pretty sure something was coming here. Now the main point of this variation is after bishop h3, queen e8, knight f3, bishop f3, Here black has this move queen into f3, which is very powerful. After gf3, rook g5, king h1, bishop g2, king g1, bishop f3 is mate. This was what I had seen, but I just didn't have enough time to work out everything. What happens in case of king h1? So um, this is what I missed a bit. It will probably be a few minutes before Vidit's game starts. By the way, people, we'll also have a Among Us stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. with all the chess friends, including Vidit. And Vidit will be on Zoom right now. He has to be there for being in the knockouts for security precautions. But congratulations, Vidit! Fantastic performance today, despite losing on disconnection. Yeah, I have Vidit on follow. So as soon as Vidit's game starts, we can do it. Pretty impressive performance by Vidit and pretty well deserved. So there was also an Among Us game on my Discord server yesterday. In case you haven't joined Discord already, you're welcome to join. The link is in the description, and I'll also post the link on the chat. I'm not entirely sure if VD can keep streaming if he's on Zoom. He might be, or maybe not. Aditya has a super chat. Hey Srinath, love your streams. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Aditya. Thank you, Chris Keynes. So I expect it will be like about 10 minutes or so before VD's game starts. I think I'll just try and take out some of my disbelief with some bullet games. Okay, okay. I removed this rating filter on my Seek when I went to Samay stream. It's amazing how one chess stream with Samay and the effect it has on your chess. Yeah, I guess it's a passage of ritual every chess streamer has to go through. So when I went on one of the earlier streams on Vidit's channel, uh, Vidit was kind of explaining about this effect of Samay, but I didn't understand it at that point. But now I feel it. Okay, I'll set some rating limit. About 200 points. Now there will be a knockout for 8 players, and yeah, Ryzen, I'm sorry, you're banned from everything. Waiting for another game, but I guess not many people are seeking right now. Cool. Yeah, I'm waiting to watch VD's knockout games, which is why I have Vidit on follow. As soon as it starts, we'll go there. But until then, I'm just playing some bullet, and I should probably change the title. Watching our Captain VD on Title Tuesday knockouts. It's a good thing about having very strong players as your student or comrade, or as your friend. So I had a pretty bad day today in terms of my playing, but Vidit qualified for the knockouts, and it takes away all the blemish from it. And it also happens with Nihal, when I play these tournaments together with Nihal, and all the time, whenever I have a bad performance, usually he ends up playing well, or one of my students, which takes away all that uh, whatever bad feeling or bitter feeling. Why Samay is not streaming? I have absolutely no idea, guys. Mohammed, I scored only 6 today. I'm not getting any opponents, I don't know why. I'll just remove all the filter. I think I have time for one or two more bullet games before with it starts. No, I'd love to join with it actually, but I don't want to disrupt his flow or concentration at this time. Okay, my opponent is rated 800. Come on, chess.com. Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you, Daksh. What happened to this chess.com settings? Why am I not getting any games? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. How do you people know if Sagar is free now or not? I myself have no idea. So today during Title Tuesday, I just broke one of the first rules AD told me, which is not to look at chat while playing. And I had a pretty unfortunate mouse slip on the fourth round. Sagar was in VD's chat, so he's free. Games still have not started, yeah? The knockouts are like this, people. First game, it will only be one game. If it's a draw, then yeah, it started. Vidit is playing against Alexei Priyodorshny. I thought he'll play against Parham. I'm a bit surprised. Ah, okay. This is not from Title Tuesday. Okay. This is not from Title Tuesday. I guess he's just playing to keep people amused. It's a King's Gambit. VD is playing an opponent. This is from the tournament, yeah? Then, but how? Ah, okay, because VD was 7th place and okay. I got it. I got it. So VD's game is on. We need to adjust the board. And this is the King's Gambit. He's playing the guy who finished second in the main tournament, in the qualification tournament. This is Alexei Priyodorshny. This will only be one game. If this game, whoever wins, they go into the semis. But if this happens to be a draw, then there will be a bullet game with reverse colors. This is how the format works in Title Tuesday knockouts. And if Vidit is under a bit of pressure here, because if he doesn't end up if he doesn't end up making a draw or a win, he cannot make fun of King's Gambit anymore when Samay plays it. Guys, it's not Samay on the other side. The resemblance between them ended after two moves. But I hope all the preparation done with Samay on King's Gambit will be useful for VD. Ah, it's with the same colors, yeah? You guys know better. I'm sorry. But it looks like Vidit was not prepared for the King's Gambit. He has not responded in the optimal way already. Which is a bit surprising because I thought King's Gambit was all they were discussing over the last 4 months or so. Kabir, Title Tuesday, it's simply a tournament that happens on Tuesday, and it is open only for people holding a FIDE title. Like the FIDE titles are IM, GM, FM, CM. This 95 was not a good move by VD's opponent. Um, yeah. Instead, he should have probably gone some knight e2 or something, I guess. Now, Vidit is he's in quite a good position. If Vidit wins, who does he play in the semis? He could play like if 7 beats 2, he'll play the winner of 1 versus 8, I guess, which will probably be Parham. From the semifinals onwards, it will be 2 games each. Well, Vidit seems to be holding up quite well actually. Well, Banduk, that clip where I was showing how to make multiple primos, and then immediately after 30 seconds where I blended with a mouse slip, is actually I don't know. I will say some influence rubbed off on me. It's actually a very non-chess playery moment. No, White is already trying to draw here. He just regained his pawn, but these pawns are a bit weak, and d6 is a bit weak for Vidit. But yeah, he can. That's what I expected. I expected him to exchange, probably exchange this as well and occupy the e5. Yeah, but this can be defended. I think King g1, Rook f2. But I think Vidit wants Rook e5 on his next move. So he's definitely putting pressure. Very unpleasant pressure on White. Not at all easy to defend with limited time. Rook e7 I don't like actually. I would have preferred if he had played f6. That would have left the rook open to go to e2. But now it's defending this. g4 also a very provocative move. Because now this king can come under various checks with tempo. White will just defend this with this. He has to keep his 7th rank very secure. It's important, but also this pawn is weak for him, so he's under attack from two sides. This g4 felt very provocative to me. Not a good move. So now Vidit can either play rook c5 or rook c2. He prefers to play h6, one useful move, and keep both the threads open. So he has this rook c5, rook c2 option, and he also has various rook e5, rook e2 options. So now he's winning this pawn by force after g6, and after that it's going to be very hard for Alexei to come back into this position. It's definitely game over. So I think Vidit will certainly be on to the semis, where probably he should be facing Parham or Indich. And I think as long as Vidit's internet holds up, he's certain to. I think he's the second strongest player among these 8. The third strongest. Hikaru, Mamadyaru. Hikaru is certainly the strongest in any of his online blitz, except if Magnus is also playing. Mamadyaru is also a world class GM. He's what's his ranking? Yeah, he's number 8 in the world. Now we are just going through the formality, and Vidit keeps his respect against the King's Gambit. I I know an I am called Adam Fauzi from Egypt. Is that you? Who is could be a grandmaster by now? No, Vidit is not going for the draw. Come on, people. He is going for the win, and he has won. GG Vidit. So let's see how his likely opponents are doing. What happened in this game? Did they make an early draw or something? Hikaru is winning, and okay. I'm sorry. I looked at the last round of this tournament. That was, yeah. I guess they're going one game at a time, so this will go for a while. Nihal is playing some bug house with Arjun. Yeah, so I think the other games will happen now, right? And how did Parham do? Parham also won. VD is playing Mohammad Yaro. Really? Yeah, Parham won. I thought he would play against Parham, no? VD versus Mohammad Yaro. Okay. Totally wrong about the pairing. So then it's Parham against Hikaru. Yeah, okay, it's 1 versus 4 in knockouts. It makes sense. And yeah, Parham also beat Pansulaya. And here we have Armageddon going on, yeah, between Fabi and Ali Reza. It still hasn't started yet. I messaged Sagar, but yeah, I don't think he's free. He's in VD's chat, yeah. I did send him a WhatsApp message, so he's of course welcome to join. You can maybe put it on VD's chat. But okay, also I guess he just wants to chill and watch VD's stream, yeah. That's also perfectly understandable. Probably what I would have done if I was not in this push. If I was not in the stream. Yeah, yeah. Sagar went to Infosys. So is Sagar on VD stream right now? Yeah. I understand exactly. I understand. Yeah, I also didn't want to disturb VD. Fauzi, oh yeah, it started. Yeah, I thought it hadn't started. Okay, so Ali Reza versus Fabi on the side with Karagan F3. Karagan has been Ali Reza's go-to opening in this Norway chess. In the league stages, I mean not in the league stages, in the classical portion, I think it was different. After f3, Alireza played d, fe, e5. Now, here Alireza deviated with f3 g6 to escape Fabi's prep, and we have this push in on board. It's a nice center for white, f4 e5 d4, close center, quite normal in caravan French structures. Computer shows a little bit of plus because of the close nature of the position. Hikaru and Parham has meanwhile started. I'm guessing from this point onwards they will go one game at a time. So Hikaru and Parham will go first. They will play two games, and then from there on, Vidit will play against Mamadero. Again, two games. So we are also having an Among Us stream tomorrow at 5 o'clock with all our chess player friends. I will also be streaming. Vidit will also be streaming. Do tune in. Vidit versus Mamadero hasn't started, right? Yeah, it will be in about 15 minutes. By that time, uh, Fabi Caruana will also be over. I'll just put a different scene for this Fabi Caruana. Meanwhile, you can just watch this. Oh yeah, there's also Vidit versus. I'm sorry, there's also Vidit Soumya stream. It's a pretty close question. Hikaru is taking. Hikaru is going all out towards his king, Parham's king. I guess some h5 knight g. Parham wants to put his knight on f4, knight e6, knight f4, and Hikaru himself would love to get his own knight on f5, but right now he's not really breaking through. So maybe some exchange sacrifice will come on f4, and then Hikaru might go h5. Ah, the eval bar is not there, yeah. Just give me a moment. I'm setting the scene for chess 24, and once that is done, we can toggle between Fabi. Ali Reza and this title Tuesday. Fabi seems to be dominating. I should do this fast before that game gets over. Okay, cool. So we have this on one side, and sorry, yeah, we have this on the other side with the evaluation bar. Pretty tense moments going on in Hikaru Parham. At some point, I think Hikaru certainly. Oh my god. Oh my god. What happened? But okay, it doesn't matter. Let us OBS be stuck. I would suggest he closes everything and just focuses on his game. His game, his game hasn't started, right? Yeah, I'm following him. So yeah, probably a good idea to get rid of all these things and just focus on his semifinals game against Mehmet. He will require all the attention and concentration there. This one's going to be a draw, and quickly moving on to Fabi Alireza. Here, Fabi is at least 2 pawns up, but his king seems to have been a bit opened up. King on h2 not looking great, but still this light squares it's not completely. Okay, guys, if he went to the washroom keeping Hikaru's game on screen, then how is he a boomer? It's some problem with his hardware, no? Oh, how is it his fault? Fabi, it looks like his yeah, it looks like there was a. I cannot do right arrows here. Yeah, it looked like there was something, but now he's actually mating on h6, queen h6, queen to h6. This is happening. So Alireza has to move his knight, and if he moves his knight, still this attack keeps raging on. He probably goes 98. After 98, how does Fabi's attack continue? He can take gh5, that's one option. Opening up this g1 rook. Probably not a good option. We wouldn't want to allow any knight f6 stuff. Um, when I used to watch commentaries, I used to sometimes wonder how they made these suboptimal moves as suggestion. But now I see that it's not at all easy to think about moves while talking. Fabi will win this though. Ah, okay, he minimized the game. Okay, it happens. It happens. Uh, normal. When you are processing so many different things, you sometimes tend to miss something. Uh, Especially when you're playing, it takes away so much of your attention and energy. Thank you so much, Piyush. Thank you for the uh, 14k. Also, people, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, so more people can come in. On the other hand, yeah, Hikaru is playing his second game against Parham. Parham is really fighting, yeah. He's not going to give it away easy for Hikaru. I see another Berlin here, while Hikaru's is yeah. I see another Berlin here, while Alireza was thinking. Meanwhile, Alireza has made his move. He has played Bishop f3. I have clicked on Queen and it's showing all the legal moves. It's still complex actually. Fabi has just sacrificed a piece with fg6, bishop into f3. The computer shows a clear winning advantage for white, a clear plus 4.5. But white has to be really accurate, and with time there would be little doubt if Fabi can manage to pull it off. But with limited time, there's still an element of doubt. For example, what if knight f6 here, ef6, and then bishop d6 check? Then white king has no squares to move to. So after knight f6 check, white probably has to give an intermediate move, g7 check, bishop g7. He took fg6. Now it looks really bad for Alireza because he has only 39 seconds apart from not having a great position. Why there is a FIDE flag instead of Iran flag? Because Alireza actually moved from Iran. He lives in France right now. So it's not easy to switch federations just like that. If you want to change from one federation to another, there is a fee of almost 50,000 euros. So right now he doesn't have any particular federation. If you have 50,000 euros to spare, you can try to persuade Indian Federation to get him. So we have an even stronger junior team. Yeah, this one's over for Ali Reza. Powerful game by Fabi. I guess he was pretty determined even for the classical game today, but it just slipped away from him. But this has been a fantastic performance by Ali Reza, regardless. If you see the standings, Magnus is leading and Ali Reza is in the second spot. In a tournament where people like Aronia and Fabi and Duda were playing, Ali Reza was only the 5th seed. Apart from that, there's going to be a game between Magnus against Ali Reza tomorrow, where Ali Reza will have the white pieces. So he's still very much in contention to win this tournament. It's going to be a pretty close race between Ali Reza and Magnus. So this is going to be over for Ali Reza, I guess. He has only 2 seconds remaining. His position is completely lost. I'll just wait till the final moves are made, because that will then we'll just be on time to catch the most interesting part of Hikaru, Parham Hikaru. Yeah, Aditya, we have Nihal, but it doesn't hurt to have 4 superheroes. Yeah, then India can have something like the Justice League kind of team. Okay, I think we can already switch. Yeah, this is going to be a win for Fabi. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting game between Ali Reza against Magnus, which will decide who will win. So moving on, I guess Hikaru Parham is headed towards a bullet tiebreak. This one is also heading towards a draw. Parham had some pressure earlier, but looks like Hikaru has neutralized it. Nimai, I do have premium, but I'm just lazy to log in. I don't remember what my password is, and You don't need premium account to watch the games, and Hikaru has made a mistake. He has given up a pawn. That was not at all necessary from Hikaru, but it still really shouldn't hurt his chances to make a draw. It still should be draw, but it's not totally. We are not totally sure. Oh, rook c4 check. He's blended this. Rook c4, king f5, rook a4, and now Hikaru will play. Sorry, yeah, Parham will play some rook b7, but king f6 is met by rook a6 check. And because of this, it's going to be a draw. They're going to go towards bullet, where in the past Hikaru was the absolute best. You know, he was completely unbeatable. But in today's situation, with all these youngsters coming up, like Alireza, Nihal, it's not totally sure. Again, I'm not entirely sure if the bullet tiebreak consists of one game or two games. I think you guys know better. Chat, is it one game or two games? Nime, I will talk to Rakesh again. Tomorrow he will also be there in the Among Us stream we are doing at 5 p.m. You will certainly get your premium, your diamond membership for 1 month. Don't worry. See, it will be 1 month from the day whenever it starts. So, even if it's delayed by 1 or 2 days, you will still get that 1 month diamond membership. So, please don't worry. And I will once again remind Rakesh and ask him on behalf of the Janta of my channel why they still haven't got the diamond membership. They should be getting. But Rakesh has been quite busy the last few days. This I can confirm. Yeah, I'm still surprised Parham has kept this icon. I guess he just forgot to change it. Hikaru is not from Archbishops. He's from some San Francisco something, I think. So how many subs do I actually have? 14,110. Thank you so much, each of you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, this one's certainly going Hikaru's way. It's still got the speed. So I think Hikaru will be in the final. Even if there is another game, I don't really see Hikaru losing with white in the bullet. And Vidit and Mamadru will play in the semi-final. Hikaru is on 3353. He must be the highest rated bullet player on chess.com, or maybe Alireza is. Rian, I did not qualify because I scored only 6 out of 10. I had a pretty bad day in terms of playing today, but the next title Tuesday will certainly be better. I guess it's not part of this SCC from the next week anymore, but it will still be a title Tuesday. It will still be the same tournament, and yeah, I'm just this is only my second tournament on chess.com where I'm playing while streaming, and I'm still just getting used to talking while playing and all these things. But uh, people get used to it with time. When you're talking, actually, you activate more brain maps. So maybe with time, it will actually be helpful. Wandering aloud and talking and stuff. I certainly hope to improve with time. This is also one of the reasons why I'm doing these streams while when I'm playing alone. It's something I really want to get better at. So the brain works in such a way that usually if you're doing two things that require attention, it's very difficult to multitask. Whereas if one of those things is automatic, like for example, there are a lot of things which in which we multitask. For example, when we're driving, and if it's a pretty easy drive, a straight road, then many cases it's possible to talk while you're driving. But during certain difficult situations, like at peak traffic, when you really need to pay attention, then it can be pretty risky to talk while you are driving. So when one of these things becomes automatic, then it becomes much easier to multitask. And I also feel that I can add a lot of instructive value when I'm playing while streaming, because I can explain all the moves why I'm playing it, and for me um, that is pretty motivating that I'm able to explain these things in a way that can be understood. So we have kickoff in the Vidit Mamadero semi-final. Vidit starts with white, and we have a Grunfeld defense. This opening was also played in Vidit Nepomniachtchi in the Olympiad. So there are two ways in openings to challenge the center. There are these openings where you play d4, d5, you occupy the center with the pawns. d4, d5, c4, e6, these kind of openings. That is called Queen's Gambit. There are also these hyper modern openings where you occupy the center, you let your opponent build the center, and then you attack them with your pieces. So Grunfeld is one such opening where black allows white to build up a very nice center, and then he tries to put pressure with his pieces. So here we see white has this very nice center, pawns on d4, e4, and now black tries to put pressure with some knight c6 and attack this with all his might. Here knight c6 would be met with d5. So yeah, knight c6, d5 I imagine, and now knight b4. This is what I was wondering, what was Mehmed's intention. Vidit seems firmly on the driver's seat so far. Black cannot take this pawn because after rook c2 this knight is trapped, and he cannot support it with a5 because I guess after knight a5, rook a5, bishop b4, rook a2, bishop e7. I could probably just show the moves. I need to adjust OBS for a couple of seconds while I switch on this live analysis. Yeah, so here knight a2, rook c2 traps the knight, and if we place something like a5, then I'm guessing knight a5, rook a5, bishop b4 doesn't. Okay, here rook a4 is possible. If bishop e7, then rook e4 check hits both of these. So maybe he can play a5 here. Um, what does white have? Maybe a5 he can simply go a3. I'm not sure. But I guess yeah, a3 is pretty powerful. Thank you so much, Rian. I have read your message. Mehmed is still thinking. He's okay. Sorry, I missed this. So he had gone knight a6, knight a5, king f8, bishop e2, f5. So Vidit has been playing pretty fast here because he's very familiar with this position. And I feel we are heading towards a Vidit Hikaru final. Time is there on the right side of the players. Vidit has like 2.5 minutes. Earlier you weren't able to see it because you were on analysis board. Now it's visible. Yeah, Cosmo, it's the same problem for all of us. Awesome. Also, I think I should I should really practice a bit more of my playing. Maybe do some more blitz streams. Just coming and playing this title Tuesday once a month is not optimal. Without practice, everyone's skills goes down. Pretty impressed with the way Vidit has conducted his game so far. He's firmly on the driver's seat. Uh, this part is very hard, the conversion part, one of the hardest parts, because you really need to keep going with precise moves, and your opponent is defending with that he has got. He's defending with Ameya Title Tuesdays, this tournament which is played every Tuesday on chess.com, where only the people with FIDE title are allowed. Now, what is a FIDE title? That's a very complex thing to explain. In short, it's all these international master, FIDE master, grandmaster titles. But then the question is, how do you get these titles? This is not something I can explain on one stream. But if you guys are interested, we can have a stream on this, where an arbiter explains how you get FIDE rating, how you get. Oh, the bar is dropping. While VD seems to have slipped, he seems to have let his advantage slip. Rook c1, rook c1, rook c8. Yeah, or direct rook c8. Here the problem is this d5 pawn is weak. These two bishops look fantastic together. This f5 pawn is also weak for black, so I wouldn't be in a hurry and say black has equalized, but that has certainly relieved some pressure. Black's eternal problem has been this knight on a6. So knight, yeah, I was thinking knight before and getting the knight out, but I guess this also works. He wants rook d5 for bishop f5. Oh, yeah. He has tricked. Wow, nice. Bishop g7 check coming. Yeah. This is VD's game now. It's over. It's over for Mehmet. This is completely winning. There's no way VD will let this one slip. So I think we are on the way to VD Hikaru final. Yeah, if there is sufficient interest, yes, when FIDE rating is the same as ELO rating. So, guys, I'll create a community post on all the technical questions you want to know about chess. You can leave your comments on that, like questions like how one gets FIDE rating and all these things, and then I'll have some expert come and explain it to you. How does that sound? So I'm making this community post right away. YouTube. This is also the opening played by Mamad is also not a mainstream main opening. It's one of those things you play when Hadi, why are you in a hurry? You want to play Among Us on Discord or what? Ameya, 20 to 100, we are talking about FIDE rating, yeah, not leeches or chess.com rating. That is different. For now, it's not official. So, hello everyone, please share your questions or doubts relating to only the technical side of chess, like how to get FIDE rating, etc. Now, if you see a comment which has already been, if you see a question which has already been asked on that subject, it's better not to repeat it. Like how to get FIDE rating is one often repeated question, so you don't have to repeat it. I have made this community post. You can comment after the stream. Feel free to go there, comment after the stream. Ask all your questions, and we'll do a stream where we get it answered. Okay, back to the game. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to the game because I feel VD is just going to coast through this one. I'm very optimistic. He already has a good question, and I feel he's playing stronger than Mohamed overall. Today, Vidit has been playing incredibly strong. You know, I already felt it when I saw him on the fourth round. Um, there was a, I just had this intuitive feeling that today is going to be Vidit's day to qualify. And then I saw that on the sixth round he lost a game due to internet. And that is the only game he has lost till now. Uh, that was an exceptional circumstance which was out of his control. And I think internet was the only thing that could have stopped him today. And that has stopped him once already. I hope it doesn't happen again. Thank you so much, Akash. Yes, Siddhant, it's not that simple actually. I myself don't know how you get FIDE rating anymore because the rules have changed substantially over the last 10 or 20 years. I got my FIDE rating in 2002 when I was 8. At that time, I was the youngest in India to get a rating, and the minimum rating was 2000. So it was incredibly hard to get a rating. Nowadays, it has become much easier to get FIDE rating. Um, but even so, uh, I don't know how it's done anymore. I myself need to ask an arbiter. Akshay, the winner of this tournament doesn't get into the SEC. It's it depends on all the different tournaments in this SEC series so far. Hadi Ryzen, if you are feeling sleepy or you have some mummy tappad OP issues or any such thing, please feel free to go and sleep. You can always come back and watch the stream tomorrow at the end, or you can also catch Vidit's stream to see how it ended. We have a lot of options. The winner of this match qualifies to the final. We are in the semi final right now. The position is actually quite complex, but Vidit's attack is much faster, whereas White's attack is just not coming with the same speed. He doesn't have h4, g4, g5. Vidit is already opening files against Mehmedyarov's king with b4. So far, Vidit's position is excellent, and I imagine he will be with full concentration. Yeah, b4, a4 was expected. Now I'm thinking c5. d5 also works. Now white wants to come g4, g5. He wants to open up the g file. So here comes a critical moment for Vidit. He will need to solve some problems with limited time. Mehmet is also not hurrying with this. He has successfully blocked the queen side, and now he wants to make sure all his pieces are developed and stuff, and then come after VD with g4, g5. This looks difficult for VD. He's under some pressure. He's fighting, but also Mehmet has to be very careful and play precise moves. So he's not going g4, g5 yet. He is threatening bishop g3 here, I guess. He's just developing his pieces, which is actually pretty unpleasant for black. There's no direct threat to defend against, but slowly you feel the control is slipping away. Now queen d2, bishop f2 is one option. The computer is showing such a high value, but I don't feel, yeah, I don't feel the moves coming. So they're still kind of circling each other, preparing for an unexpected lunge. Now it feels like Vidit is starting to take control. He is definitely starting to take control. There's Mamad just missed that he was losing this pawn, knight h5. Around this point, he missed knight h5, and now he has missed everything. This is game over. Crushing victory for Vidit. Yeah, it's just game over. That's a crushing victory. 2-0 against the world number 7. Amazing, amazing performance. And Vidit has lost only one game throughout the day today due to internet. Otherwise, he has won all his games. He has won 11 games out of 12 that he has played, and that one draw was against Hikaru. So, although Hikaru is the favorite in any of these Blitz tournaments, it feels like Vidit has really become stronger in this online Blitz formats. He also won this tournament where Fabi was playing. Um, yeah, that was a fantastic achievement by Vidit. So over the last 2 months, over the last month, 1 month, Vidit and Nihal has been winning one tournament after another. So Nihal won this JSCC, Vidit won this tournament with Fabi. And let's see if Vidit can make it two tournaments in a row. And there's a good chance that they both might play in this Speed Chess Championship, which we don't know when it will happen, but it's going to happen sometime this year. So people, how many minutes before we have the finals to start? Ah, 3 minutes break. Okay, that gives me time to play one bullet game. And yeah, one bullet game if I get an early game. I should really set this rating filter. By the way, I also have my Discord active now, and there's also going to be a tournament among my Discord members. Um, I think sometime in Friday. I'm not exactly sure of the dates. It's going to be with under 1000, under 1500, and under 1000, 2000. There will be three categories. Um, so do join the Discord server if you haven't joined already. We usually have some activities or other going. Yesterday we are playing Among Us within the Discord members, and we'll certainly have one of these streams where I play against subscribers. Yes, Banduk, anyone can play. Only people slightly higher rated uh, about 2000 cannot play. Bullet is often easier or more fun to play actually. One thing is you require concentration for lesser periods. So when you're having one of these days where you're not really concentrating well, um, with shorter time control it certainly becomes easier. I there's still one more. VD's game started. Okay, I'll just finish this one quickly though. I'll finish this one quickly for sure. I won't let my time go below 30 seconds, regardless of win or loss. Okay, as promised. As promised, and we move to Vidit Hikaru. The first game, the Catalan opening, which is one of the most solid openings in chess. Very strategic, very old. Usually, this bishop on g2, the fianchetto bishop, is very powerful. Castle, castle, d4, queen c2, a6, a4. I would slowly go over explaining the moves, but I think we should get back to the live action. This is all known stuff, and this question is quite equal. It's the center is closed and there are no pawn breaks coming up. So usually what happens is the key in this opening is you really need to learn to keep your position still. In an analogy to martial arts, it's like how you have to stay still in certain poses, which is actually very painful. So in chess also you have these certain kind of positions where you really should not be too active. You have to stay still, which takes enormous amounts of expertise and mastery. Here e5, if you see, till this point it was 0.00, the bar. Immediately after e5, the bar shoots up a bit. That is exactly what I was talking about. Black was supposed to stay completely still. e5 is already a bit of minor inaccuracy. But we will see these inaccuracies in games with less time. So what this has done is this has opened up this bishop, which was being restricted by this pawn on c6 in the structure. So the bishop was being restricted here. So when he played e5 and opened up with d5, this bishop suddenly has more control. Especially this d5 square is a pretty nice square for this bishop. So knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5, something like this can happen. When that happens, white can have some pressure on f7. So although the engine thinks it's only 0.14, uh, although it's 0.14, I feel in terms of practical play, there is a bit of pressure. Hikaru offered a draw, Vidit declined a draw. Hikaru feels it's very comfortable for him. Vidit doesn't agree with that. He feels he has some chances, which he certainly does. He does have some pressure, although it's not much against a player of Hikaru's skill level. Hikaru can probably neutralize it. Here, White's only plays with on the light squares, rook d5, queen d3, rook d7. He needs to get this rook on d7. Hikaru cannot directly defend this with rook d8 because f7 pawn will hang in the hand. Rook d8, queen d8, bishop f7. So he goes queen f6, intending queen c6 check in case of rook d7. So if Vidit goes rook d7, there's queen c6 check. If Vidit doesn't go rook d7, he can go something like rook d5, put his pieces on the light squares. But now Hikaru will have time to cover his 7th rank. And if he defends that, which is the only blemish in black's position, then it gets neutralized completely. So this is the point of this game. It is very high level game. So Vidit keeps adding the pressure here. He wants some rook d7. Hikaru will probably just play rook e7. Once he gets rook e7, okay, he goes bishop e7, rook d8, which is also another way to neutralize this pressure. So maybe Vidit will play some, I don't know, he'll move the queen somewhere. Even with the exchange of rooks, there will be some pressure, but with each exchange, the pressure becomes lesser. And it's so small anyway, whatever Vidit has here. So it's going to peter out into a draw. Just some pretty good and confident defense by Hikaru. You can see the difference in strength between Hikaru and other players in Blitz. Yeah, the speed at which he is playing here, the effortless way. It's like he already knows. He's so fluent at it, and he understands things so well, which helps for his speed. And it's also a lot of practice, enormous amounts of practice, which Hikaru and Magnus have much more than everyone else. So their speed level, their skill level is at a different level compared to everyone else, every other top chess player in online Blitz. These two guys are the clear top two. Something like how we have the three top players in tennis: Djokovic, Nadal, and Roger Federer. So these two guys are there, and Ali Reza is very promising to get there pretty quickly. Now in the classical over the board format, that's quite different. And there also Magnus is number one. That's the only constant in chess right now, Magnus being number one. But here Hikaru does, so Queen f3 is a draw offer basically. And Hikaru feels extremely safe with his position, so he's just making a few more moves. But it will end in a draw pretty quickly. The queens will get exchanged. Queen f2, queen f2, king f2 probably, and yeah, they'll make a draw here. Yeah, so next game. So they made two draws so far, 2 out of 2. And we have another Berlin defense. This will be this will not be easy for Vidit, because okay, so Hikaru just makes a draw and goes for the bullet. Pretty smart. This was what I was about to say. The problem for Vidit is Hikaru might just want to go for the bullet tiebreak, where Hikaru is a huge favorite. He's a huge favorite, but you know, you still never know. So people, is it going to be one game or two games? Is it going to be a one game bullet tiebreak or two games? Between Parham and Hikaru, it was only one game. But this is the final, so I don't know about this. The good thing is this is only going to last 2 minutes. So for those who want to sleep, or those who are worried about Mummy Tappad OP, this is going to end quickly. Whether it's two games or one game, it's going to end quickly. The game hasn't started yet. It's also not clear to me why Hikaru's white. It could be because Hikaru was white the previous game. Now we have liftoff. We have liftoff. It's going to be another Berlin with it being solid. With it needs to be really fast in these bullet games. But it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. You cannot, you know, counter years of practice with sheer willpower. Practice is everything. Practice is very, very important. Practice builds skill. Oh, VD has won a pawn. This is nice. Hikaru just missed that he was losing this pawn. And back to the live. Yeah, Vidit is just a pawn up. He's a pawn up with no compensation. But I'm still worried because these games are with no increment, and even if your position is completely winning without increment, you still need to make those mini moves. By the way, what happens if it's a draw? Then also Vidit should win, right? Because he is black. Or if it's a draw, do they play again? That could also be a rule. Doesn't make complete sense, but yeah. Someone in the chat says never get low on time against Hikaru. Well, good advice, but not easy to implement. Not at all easy to implement because generally, when you need to make good moves, you need to spend a bit of time, and when you spend time, then it becomes. Oh, he had ED3 here, right? Ah, ED3 would have been draw. Okay. See, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, Vidit is completely winning. He has more pawns, but he has only so few seconds. He has so few seconds, and he has made a blunder because of it. This is because there was no increment. Even if there was a 1 second increment, it would have been a big game changer. Unfortunate, but that's the nature of this game, and that's all about practice and how quickly you can move. You see the difference in their bullet rating is 600 points. It's a pity. It's a pity, but a fantastic performance by Vidit overall. He didn't lose a single blitz game today. The one game he lost was due to the internet, and the bullet tiebreak I wouldn't really count. You know, it is bullet. It's not entirely chess without increment. So brilliant chess performance by Vidit. Fantastic performance. Really proud of his effort. Really proud of his determination and dedication despite having a bad internet. Very happy to see it going this way. So, so I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Among Us stream at 5 o'clock with me, with it, and a lot of our chess friends joining us. Please do like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Uh, let's try to get to 15K by tomorrow for the Among Us game by the end of tomorrow. Also, do join the Discord server if you haven't done it already. I have created a community post about the doubts you have regarding the technical aspects of chess. Feel free to comment there whatever doubts you have, and we'll have it cleared one by one. Finally, yeah, so there's going to be the tomorrow stream of Among Us, and also some pretty exciting streams lined up as soon as the people are free. Just getting different people to come on sync to a schedule is the most challenging thing. So, but yeah, some pretty exciting streams coming up. Stay tuned. Uh, yeah, so thank you for staying for such a long time tonight. The next Tidal Tuesday stream is going to be a much better playing stream. This I can assure you. Thank you so much, people. Bye bye.